Hi guys, I'm John Carrick, author of Legacy of a Mad Scientist and The Legend of Ashley Fox. Today we have 100 Bullets 45, the continuing tale of Loop Hughes and Lono in prison. But first we've got World Fantasy Tarot Strength, the Manticore. I don't know what a Manticore is, some kind of lion thing, but yeah, it is what it is. And I also want to I'm discovering this conflicted card. Doing this first might actually be better, this deep into this series. I can't believe I held the comics out in front of me as long as I did. Sorry about that. Anyhow, this is the King of Diamonds Conflicted Deck 4, and this says, a member of your group has decided to leave and go their own way, and what would you do about that? What would you say about it? How would you feel about that? Again, a card written to, for, and by a woman. Because I am that guy. I am exactly the guy who would leave and go on his own. I've done that over and over again in my life. I was never the one to break up with, I've had 3 big romantic relationships and was married once. And I wasn't the guy to break those off, but I think psychologically I probably left first. So it is what it is. Everyone's better off for it. The world is exactly the way it's supposed to be. I firmly believe that. All the challenges in front of us, in front of white people, are of our own making, and the solutions are within our grasp whenever we decide to pick them up. So here we go, 100 Bullets number 45. Starts off with Lono in the infirmary, and the doctor telling a guard that he looks like a bruised basket of peaches. Peaches bruised pretty bad. And the guard making his excuses. I guess he fell out of bed. He's a restless sleeper. And he's like fractured ribs, you know, all kinds of messed up stuff. And the doctor's like, don't bullshit me. No one ever fell out of bed this hard. And they go back and forth. I really love this panel. That's genius. And this is a great line. So he says, to think I became a doctor for this. He goes, we don't need doctors. This is a zoo. We need veterinarians. Okay, that's a sustainable argument. It lasts a little bit longer. Nothing really that important gets said. The doctor points out that, well, he's not going back to his cell and he's not going to solitary. You did your job too well. He's staying right here in the infirmary. So that suits Lono just fine. That's exactly where he wants to be. Loop, meanwhile, is out in the yard enjoying a game of chess with one of the elderly inmates. And they talk about how many games they've played, over 100. This is 101. And Loop hasn't won a game yet, but he is getting complimented. He is improving. And that's the only way to measure your progress in chess. If you're not getting better, well, you can't get better unless you play someone better than you, is what they say. You could also study chess and start to put names to the moves and strategies and tactics, which is what you should do if you're into it. My brother Sam kicks my ass all the time because I never really studied it, and he spent a considerable amount of time studying and playing. Our dad taught us how to play. I'm default aggressive, and it gets me in trouble every time. So Loop says, it's about time I got lucky. And the old guy explains, there is no luck in chess. You have to maneuver your pieces to beat your opponent. It's never luck. Checkmate 101. Yo, Loopy Loop. Cotton, his roommate, the big dude. I keep wanting to call him Cookie for obvious reasons. Anyhow, his name is Cotton. He comes over and explains to Loop that 9 train dropped by the house. Their cell is called their house. And he left a message, and it's a rotten apple core or an eaten apple core, and this is what he means to do to you when he gets out of the infirmary in 2 days. So Loop is starting to panic because the old man says he's just selling wolf tickets. Wolf tickets, nothing. He's going to destroy my boy. And So now we get a little flashback to how Loop beat Nine Train in the first place. Before I continue this scene, I want to mention that this series was great. I love this series so much. It's about Grim Reapers. It's about a girl who dies. She's like 18, played by a girl named Ellen Mu, M-U-T-H, Muth, or Mu, however you want to pronounce it. It's got Mandy Patinkin in it, who played not Iago. He played the guy who said, "You killed my father, prepare to die," in The Princess Bride. And it's a different role in this show, and I guess he's, a Democrat. He is Jewish, I think, so whatever. But it's a good show. It's a very good show. And yesterday I was complaining about comic book illustrators having spent all their time not taking care of their health, not taking care of their mind, not working out, not practicing martial arts. Shane started martial arts late in life. But most of those fuckers never read books, so they are completely infected with the Jewish mind virus from television. And despite that, that is still a good show. No complaints about that show. But if you don't read real books, I ain't got no time or candy for you. I think I'm on novel 31 in Warhammer. I started, to make a mental list of all the authors and novels that I've read in my life. It's fucking voluminous. And I am so pissed that these clowns don't read. But I know a lot of people who don't read. So here we go. This is the backstory about how they were down in the cafeteria eating. Loop is eating. Someone took his apple off his tray. He didn't know who it was, but he knew that if he didn't do something, he was just going to be their bitch. So he grabbed his tray, slammed the dude in the throat, and it happened to be this big guy, Nine Train. The thing about big guys is they have big throats. And if you can hit them right under the chin, that Adam's apple, not the side of the neck. If you hit them in the side of the neck, you might knock them out. But if you hit them in the throat, you can break their windpipe. And Luke broke his trachea, and now they're talking about how he growls. He's starting to sound like a train. And the old guy had said Luke was just selling wolf tickets. Luke says, "Man, I just got fucking lucky." And the old man says, "What did I tell you about luck? There ain't no such thing, boy. There ain't no such thing. You got to maneuver and take action if you want to win." So here's where Loop gets the hint of an idea. If he don't do something, Nine Train is going to kill him. So he's got to do something. He's got to take action. And I'm not giving the art justice. Look, Frank Frazetta never read the Conan books either. And when I heard that months ago, I was really offended. His art is great. I like the Death Dealer art more. I read the Death Dealer series. I don't remember who wrote that either, but that's a good story. The Prisoner of the Horned Helmet. That's a Hulk, Jekyll and Hyde story if there ever was one, or an enchanted helmet like an enchanted sword. Mostly it's just will. You don't need trinkets. You need will. And if you don't have the will, if you don't have if you're not making your own plans, someone else is making plans for you. Part of the reason like I said, I grew up from a big family, the oldest of 14 kids, and I knew early on that if I didn't leave, I wouldn't have my own life. I would spend my life cleaning up after my parents' messes. And part of what made that easy for me was freshman year, they sent me to a boarding school, a Catholic military school in Aurora, Illinois called Marmion Academy. Almost all the other kids were rich. They were definitely more well-to-do than, I think I was only from a family of 10 or 12 at that point. Well, they hadn't reached 14 yet. Regardless, I knew at that point that I couldn't stay at home. I had to get out, or I was never going to be me. I was just going to be their bitch, for lack of a better word. So here, Loop goes down to visit this crazy bastard who has a whole selection. He is exactly what he looks like. He is a death dealer himself. Loop has got to take action. If Loop doesn't do something, something's going to be done to him. Metal Gear. Snake! So, Loop has to pick which of these knives he wants. And the guy explains, you've got your regular old shiv, you've got a double-sided shiv, but if you really want to get a guy, what you need is a Christmas tree. Here's one toothbrush with a razor blade, double-sided knife. That's like one of my favorites right here. It's a good knife, Stormtrooper. That's it right there. But the Christmas tree is what you really want, because you stick it in and pull the guts out with it. Does he even show it to him? No, we just cut to the infirmary. I swear to God, Loop is holding it. Yeah, Loop's holding it right there. Meanwhile, in the infirmary, Eri is talking shit to Lono about what he's going to do to him. And Lono says, you sicked the guards on me like a bitch. Eri says, I did not do that. I swear, you swear on your skin, I swear on my eyes. The guards tell him to shut the fuck up. Meanwhile, 9 Train gets involved. So this is 9 Train in the third bed right here. This big guy. That's the guy Loop made talk funny. I should leave this up for a second if y'all want to read the dialogue. 100 Bullets is a great comic, and I guarantee you Brian Azzarello read novels. He didn't do this being an illiterate fuck. There's no way I would ever believe that. I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a couple novels under his belt at this point. So the guard tells him to shut up. They continue their conversation a little less threateningly. You can't stop them talking, but you can't stop them fighting. They are in the infirmary after all. And this is where Lono accuses Eri of sending the cops after him. He says, I did not do that. Meanwhile, Lono and 9 Train come to an understanding. Eri's complaining that Lono made demands and didn't have nothing to pay for it. But he is making a name for himself. He's certainly not going unnoticed, which in prison, I imagine, will get you killed almost as fast as anything else. Being a nobody's worse than being just a medium somebody. But a medium somebody, like everybody else, has to work. You got to put in time. You got to earn. And that usually in prison means committing more crimes and getting your sentence extended. 9 Train and Lono come to an understanding. Oh, here's the part we get on your skin. That's the phrase that Eri keeps using. It reminds me of Eri Vaughn from the Misfits. Third day in a row I'm saying his name and I haven't mentioned that yet. I wonder if he's named after him. I mean, he's massive, but I don't think Eri Vaughn is the big one. I think that's one of the brothers. I don't remember their names right now. Anyhow, great art, not boring, even though it's set in one room in the infirmary. This is a short comic. Here we get Lono out in the yard. He's got a visitor, and it's Shepard who set him up with the $500,000 of $1,000 bills that had all just been taken in a bank robbery. And Lono was too stupid to think about it, too stupid to get out of town, started spending it like it was no big thing, and then ran out the front door of a hotel into police gunfire like a moron. So Lono is not a chess player, and Shepard knows that. Shepard put him here. Shepard set him up, and Lono threatens to escape. You haven't escaped yet. You're here because I want you here. That's what Shepard's telling him. If I want you out, I'll let you out. Lono's threatening him. When I get out, I will kill you. Shepard believes him. But Shepard's playing a long game. Shepard has the moves. Lono doesn't have the strategy. Lono might have tactics, but no strategy. Tactics are how. Strategy is why. Or you could say strategy is what, and tactics are how. Same thing. Tactics are what you do, how and what. Strategy is why, and the long game, what your goals are. Strategy is where you're going. Tactics are how you get there. So they go back and forth. Nothing really gets concluded. There's no negotiation in this scene. Also, Shepard makes some comment about Atlantic City, and Lono says, why wasn't I there? Same reason you're here. Everyone can predict what Lono's going to do, and he's a specific tool for specific uses. If you're a sledgehammer, everything becomes a nail. So you only bring out the sledgehammer when you need it. You can't use it for everything. Now we're getting somewhere. So now Loop is sitting at the top of the stairs outside his house, outside his cell, and tells this guard, Drizzed, that he's strapped, that he's got a shiv. And this guy can bust him for it, or he can put him in the infirmary and let him finish what he started. What does this guard want? What does this guard want to see? He straight up tells him, this is what I'm going to do, and if you help me do it, I will cut you in, I will owe you, I will pay you, essentially. He's giving him an opportunity to make some money. And the guard capitalizes on it. You want to be in the infirmary? There you go. Now you got a broken arm. Luckily, it's Loop's left arm, or left hand. That looks like his right hand. No, see, this is his left arm, but that's his right hand that he's holding. So I don't know which one's broken. Regardless, he's got a broken wing. Now he's going to the infirmary. And that is it. The next few pages are a loser's preview. I read this comic too. It's good. They got a movie. A compressed movie. I don't remember how many issues it was. I want to say 30. Might only have been 12, but it's probably closer to 30. And it was good. This is about some Muslim girls being trafficked, and they get to America and immediately start jihad. The next crusade will be fought at home. White people will have Europe and America again. We are not going to continue to live in diversity. There is hell coming for you motherfuckers, and you don't know it. When we put on uniforms, especially the American government is not going to fight its own people. The American military is not going to fight its own people. It's not going to be... You guys saw that some lunatic burnt down the Pennsylvania governor's mansion. That's what's going to... I thought it was going to start back when Robert Bowers attacked Hayes, but we're going to start seeing more of that shit. We're going to start seeing more assassinations, and then you're going to see more units like Patriot Front spring up. I'm a little bit too old for most of that, so I'm going to have to be relegated to the sidelines, but I'm going to make some popcorn because you fuckers are in trouble and you don't even know it yet. The Wire, what a good show. He played such a good, East Coast guy. Baltimore accent was perfect. He's from England. And this show was written by a cop and a crime reporter. A 20-year police veteran and a 20-year crime reporter. So it's authentic. And one of the best things about it is that when people try to reform the police force or the drug game, the crabs in the bucket rip them down. It's sort of like war as a business. America just can't seem to get itself out of it. If we go to war with Iran, that's going to be the key. Tel Aviv will be in rubble by Thanksgiving. It'll split America. American recruitment will fall off. There will be all sorts of reports of domestic terrorists, and this nation will absolutely be fractured. You will get the rise of the states, and then the rise of the city-states, and the rise of feudal mercenary armies that have their own budgets, corporate armies. That's what's in store for the future. Just wait and see. I might be wrong. I hope I am. All right, see you guys tomorrow.